Britney Spears won her first talent show when she was just 6 years old, and she hasn't stopped since, with awards from MTV and Billboard to her credit. But all of them might just pale compared to her 2 Grammy nominations that came just this week for Best New Artist and Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. Britney Spears, good morning. It's so good to have you here. Congratulations.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy.
What was your reaction when you got the nominations?
I was really just happy to be there and be part of the whole Grammy Association. So when he said my name, I was like, wow, it's just such an honor, seriously, to be nominated.
But with all the success, you must have known that there was a pretty good chance.
Well, of course there was hope in the back of my mind. We can all dream. But when he said my name, that's just like the reality. I called my mom. I was like, guess what? So I was really, really excited.
We all fantasize when we watch the Oscars, when we watch the Grammys. You know, I'd be up there, and here's what my speech would be, and we all think about that. Have you thought about that, what it would be like?
Not yet. I haven't thought about what I would say. But I do. I need to make some time to think about that. But I'm going to be so nervous. Oh, my Lordy. I'm going to be just... It's going to be fun.
We heard in Tony Perkins' piece that he aired in the last half hour, you said you're just a normal girl. You like to soak in the bathtub and read novels.
Oh, God, totally. When I have time off, that is my thing to do. Just get in the tub, do yoga, read books, totally.
Got to ask the question. Is there really going to be a date with Prince William?
Well, I don't like talking about that part of my life, but he's cute though, isn't he?
He sure is.
I think so.
And you have the perfect name to go over there and go out with the Prince of Great Britain.
Oh, I don't know about that. Well, thank you. That would be nice.
We are back with Britney Spears and a very boisterous and enthusiastic crowd. You get this kind of audience reaction everywhere?
Most of the time. These are really good though, I have to say.
Some of them are more boisterous?
Sometimes, yeah.
Is that right?
Wow.
No, there's a lot of very enthusiastic people. There's one young man in the crowd, I'm told, whose mother promised him if he got straight A's, she would bring him here. And he did. He did get the straight A's, and she did bring him here. And we also asked the audience if they had some questions for Ms. Spears, and Tony Perkins is with the audience.
Many questions. We'll start with Dana. Dana is from Brooklyn. What is your question?
Do you decide to do anything else when you grow up, like acting or...
Will she do anything beyond singing, her singing career?
Yeah.
When you grow up.
Well, right now I'm really busy focusing on the next album, and I'm really recording, and I have plans to tour like this whole year. But next year I would like just to experience in acting. Who knows? I don't know. But right now I'm really focused on my music, so I don't see that anytime soon.
When does the next album come out?
Sometime this spring.
Okay.
How long does it take to make an album?
It really depends. Right now I'm really, really busy. So actually 2 months ago I went to Sweden and I recorded half the album in like a week and a half, which is kind of ridiculous because I'm just really, really busy. But most of the time, like my first album, it took me like 6 months.
Why Sweden?
That's where the producers are, like Max
see.
Martin.
Oh, that's good. Okay, Tony?
We have Kevin here. Kevin, you're from New Jersey?
Yes.
Kevin actually had a dream that he would meet you and get to talk to you. What's your question, Kevin?
Do you ever get scared while performing in front of thousands of people?
That's a good question. Do you?
Yes, I always get nervous, especially award shows, because I do a different performance every award show, and knowing that celebrities are out there and everything is kind of intimidating. So yes, I do get nervous.
When you have dancers 1.5 feet from your left ear and they're kicking up over their head, do you get nervous that they might whap you?
No, they're really experienced, but no, I'm not worried about
They're terrific, actually. Go ahead, Tony.
We have Dan here. Dan, what did you want to ask Britney?
Would you play at my school?
Would you play at Dan's school?
it. Did I what?
Would you play at Dan's school?
Yeah, sure. If I have time in my schedule, I will. If I can make it.
That's very safe. Good. That's good.
They have a contract in his pocket. We got to be sure. What's your name?
Jeannie.
And what's your question?
How old were you when you started your career?
How old were you when you started your career?
Well, I started really taking it seriously, like being in a lot of competitions when I was like 8 years old. So.
Wow,
8
really?
years old.
I started doing like a lot of competitions then.
Is it a very musical family?
Not really. On my mom's side in London, they play like, because her family's from London, they play a lot of instruments. But as far as vocally singing, no.
Okay. Anybody else?
Just out of curiosity, was this something you always wanted to do, or I know you took a break and you played some
Yes, ma'am.
sports.
Ever since I was a baby, I've always been singing. So my mom would have company over, and they were always like, "Lynn, are you going to tell her to be quiet?" I was just always everywhere. So.
And one more?
One more question. This is from Allison. Allison, what's your question?
How do you have time to go hang out with your friends, and what do you do in that time?
Yeah, when you're touring all the time and doing albums, when do you get time to hang out just with friends?
Well, I have the dancers on the road with me, so they're like my friends, and actually my friends from back at home, like I fly them every now and then when I'm on the road. Like when I have like a weekend off, I'll fly them in, and we'll just party and have fun. Like for my birthday, for instance, they came up, and we had a blast.
Oh, neat.
So.
You just turned 18, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations,
Well,
happy birthday.
Yes, ma'am, she said.
You know, when somebody calls you ma'am, it's a little like,
So I think
please,
it's
just
a
say
Southern thing.
Elizabeth.
That's what my mom instilled in me. So.
All the best to you. Thanks very much for
Thank
coming.
you.
It was a pleasure to have you
Good
here.
luck at the Grammys.
Thank you.